Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to the channel. Now, there's something very interesting I found on Instagram that I thought would be a very good video to go through because it carries some really important information and also lessons for you. Now, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel. And after you watch this lovely video, this informational video, you can share to your friends and leave a comment, a like or dislike, whichever you please. And without further ado, let's watch this.
Screamed at my husband, 28 male, over his hobbies, and now he's changed, and I don't know how to fix this.
Oh, man.
Hey everyone, I need some advice about a situation with my husband. We've been married for 4 years. He has a room where he keeps all his hobbies: sim racing, aviation setups, soccer analysis tools, Lego sets, music production equipment. Basically, it's his sanctuary. He's super analytical and loves writing down and dissecting things, from sports to politics. He's slightly on the spectrum and very introverted, so he doesn't have close friends.
Now, I've heard a lot from the West that we have all these neurodivergent issues, and there is good evidence to suggest that it's in the environment, in the diet, and I also think it's because of the endless propaganda that people are being fed, on top of all the humongous social changes that have happened in the last 50 or so years. Now, in my opinion, this where she speaks about him being neurodivergent and doesn't have many friends. So it feels to me like he's tried to already degrade him as a human being. But let's continue. I could be wrong.
Really the only person he shares everything with. He's always inviting me into his space to be part of his interests. I love him and appreciate that he wants to include me, but sometimes I just need some time for myself. Recently, I snapped. I yelled at him, saying some hurtful things that I didn't mean, like how his interests bore me, that he needs to get a social life, and even questioned why I married him.
Now, just after that point, you'd realize that she's trying to use anger as the excuse, the way out as to why she responded the way she did to the husband. A man invites you into his man cave, shows you what he likes because he thinks you're together in this thing, and then you end up trashing him because it's obvious that she's never really liked this guy that much or what he does. She kind of have to tolerate him because either he pays the bills or he offers some sort of security. Now, in this particular case, it is the anger that allowed her to just say exactly what she meant. And I believe that this is what she actually thinks of the person and his hobbies.
Okay. It sounds like you hate your husband.
I regret every word, but my anger got the best of me, and I couldn't control it in that moment.
They all adage women and accountability. So anger, which is this alien thing that came from space and entered her and made her to do things she didn't want to. No, lady, this is you. It is your behavior. It is you expressing and communicating to the person you're with that you don't really like him. You don't like what he does. You don't like his hobbies. In fact, you even diminish him more things, saying, oh, he has a mental issue, so he's not really a full human. That's what the translation is, literally. So all this kind of, how do we say, politically correct language he's using is to try to deflect from the problem, from the fact that she actually feels exactly how she told him in anger.
Since then, he's completely changed. He stopped spending time in his room, moved to sleeping on a couch, and barely talks to me. He even ignored our usual tradition of watching our home nation's soccer team play, something he'd never skipped before. Instead, he was working on his laptop, breaking our no work at home rule. When I asked him about it, he said he didn't care about the game and mentioned that maybe he should be more like his father, who's a workaholic and whom my husband idolizes. He even added, I don't blame him for divorcing at the age now, and I've apologized multiple times, but he just says, it's okay, maybe you're right, and shuts down any attempts I make to talk about his interests.
Now, she's created a situation here, and now she's running to lay excuse after excuse or what she's trying to do to remedy the situation. The thing is, she can't remedy the situation because she's already made her exact feelings about her husband felt. I'm actually quite proud of this gentleman because he left it immediately. What I believe is going on is that he's buying his time. He's realized, oh my goodness, I married the demon. I married the devil. And now she's about to take her pound of flesh. I need to find a way to get out of this with as little damage as possible. And I like the fact that he's Stonewall is like, okay, that's what you think of me. I am not going to give any more time or effort to you. And I think he probably should have kicked her out of the house instead of sleeping on the couch. That's just me.
I'm terrified he's considering divorce. I know I messed up, but I don't know how to rebuild trust and help him feel valued and loved again. I don't want to lose him, but I'm unsure how to approach this and make amends. Any advice?
You definitely have to go to therapy, learn how to communicate better.
Now, this nonsense of therapy is here again. These people think therapy is the one thing that will solve all their problems. No, I disagree. This gentleman is on the right track. And I have to advise you guys, every time we have some issue with your mentals and you run into someone else to solve them for you, it's not going to work. You have to go through the pain to become somebody. Not every time you feel a little discomfort here, a little discomfort there, you run into some person who, to be honest with you, most of them ideologically possessed are not very qualified. They have the papers. But when you listen to the advice they give a lot of these couples, it just doesn't work. So in this particular case, my advice would be that you should leave this man alone so that he can go and find somebody who values him a lot more than you do. She's panicking now because her meal ticket has realized, my efforts are not being rewarded. So let me find a way out. I hope he's trying to find a way out because I don't see a way back from somebody telling you that they find you boring. They don't, everything you do is boring, except take the bills, of course. That, in fact, I wonder why I married you. And that's actually the clincher. Because she's frustrated, he's not maybe as exciting as someone else that she has eyes on or something like that. Because I can smell this a mile off. She's using her anger to try to deflect from the past the fact that she feels exactly as she has said about this guy and his habits and his hobbies. So, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I tried responding to this video, reacting to this video, is to give you this image that we see so often. A lot of the times, many women would say extremely dangerous things to a man, do things that are injurious to a man, until they realize that they're not going to have their own way. Maybe they throw a tantrum, then come back and say, I'm sorry, it's not working anymore. So now she's looking for ways to keep her meal ticket intact. That's what is going on here. She's not really sorry about what she said. What she's sorry about is that the meal ticket actually has a spine and has realized, maybe you don't deserve all my efforts. I don't know what you think about this video, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment below. Tell me what you think. Leave a like on the video or a dislike. To be honest with you, we prefer every effort is to watch our videos, and it helps with the algorithm so it can be recommended to other people. And please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, this